Hello friends, and welcome back to the Mothership. Today we're going to do another wings recipe, but this time we are going to make Mountain Dew smoked wings. Let's get started. Now the Mountain Dew here is obviously going to be the star of this show, but we got to get a dry rub on these wings before they go on, and I'm going to take the zest of both a lime and a lemon. Zesting's easy, guys. Just take off the green and the yellow part. Don't get any of the white stuff underneath. You just want the exterior kind of color bits. And that looks good to me. Now, if you have the dried stuff lying around, obviously that will work, but we're going to use lemon and lime when we add it to our Mountain Dew to actually make our wing sauce. So I have these anyway. You may as well just use what you got. Now, I have my chicken wings are wet brined overnight. You don't have to. You can dry brine, but I always like to wet brine all of my poultry. Ratio that I use, guys, like always, 1 cup of water to 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. You'll probably have to double or triple that. Let them in there overnight, and then you take them out about 2 hours before you actually want to do your wings. Let everything dry out in your fridge. And that's where we are right now. So let's go get our wings. Let's toss this delicious little flavoring on there, get some other spices, and get them onto the grill. Here are our chicken wings, nice and dried out. What I'm going to do is just add a little bit of olive oil for adhesion. I just put it on one side. Then I just kind of grab it with a glove or grab it with your hand and just get kind of that olive oil all over the exterior. Helps it crisp up, and like I said, it helps with adhesion for your rub. Now, since our lemon and lime zest is nice and wet, it's not going to fit into a shaker for us, unfortunately. So what we're going to have to do is add our ingredients on manually. I'm going to start with a little bit of black pepper. Since I already salted, we don't have to worry about salt content. And I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder, because everything needs garlic powder. Now, since Mountain Dew is kind of limey, we're going to add a little bit of chili powder. Do kind of that chili lime flavor. Get a little bit of chili powder. Obviously, do more if you like it nice and hot. If you don't at all, then don't bother. You can do paprika or none at all. That's fine too. Perfect. And then we're just going to take some of our zest and just sprinkle it on there. All right. And flip her over and do the same thing on the other side. And perfect. Now, don't worry if you don't have enough zest or if some of it falls off. We're just trying to get some extra flavor on here. Most of it is going to come from our lemon and lime juice and the Mountain Dew. And these are ready to go onto the grill. So I'm going to get my Weber kettle up and running, and we're going to toss these on. Now, I do all of my chicken wings essentially the same way, guys. I like the Vortex. I run for about half an hour with a whole thing of charcoal in there. Then I flip them half an hour, run them for another half an hour, and then they are done. So I'm just going to get these on, let it do its thing for half an hour, flip them. I'll toss some wood chunks in there too to get a little bit of smoke. That's it. All right, let it do its thing. Now, the process for this wing sauce, guys, is pretty simple. Basically, there's a lot of sugar in here. We want to reduce it, get it down to a little thicker consistency. That's about it. On top of that, though, we're also going to add in some of that lemon and that lime, add a little bit extra flavoring in there. We shouldn't need extra sugar. I mean, look at the back of a Mountain Dew bottle, guys. You don't need more sugar, but we probably will add some cornstarch towards the very end just to thicken it up a bit, since we're not adding any other thickening agents. Now, as far as amounts, I'm going to do about a can's worth. This is more in the can, so do 12 ounces of this, and then we're going to do half of that lime and half of that lemon juiced into our pan. All right, now what we want to do is bring this to a boil and let it simmer and reduce maybe by half. All right, now our sauce is done. Like I said, I let it reduce by about half, just let it keep boiling. And then I took about a teaspoon of cornstarch, mixed it with some cold water, and then slowly poured it in. That'll help it thicken up. Don't just pour the cornstarch in because it'll fry instantly. But yeah, you want to let it cool off at this point, otherwise it's going to be way too hot and not have the right consistency we want. I have about 6 or 7 minutes until I pull my wings off, and then I'll probably let them rest for about 10 minutes. So that gives us about 15 minutes to cool off. If it's too cold before you put it on, you could always throw it back into the on top of the stove. Probably not necessary, but the wings will be nice and hot. But we're going to let it rest, and let's go check on our wings. 1 hour later, those look good to me. Nice and crispy. Oh, you can smell the smoke. Yeah, these are ready. I'm going to pull all these, and we'll go inside. We're going to let them rest for a couple minutes, and then we're going to put our sauce on. Chicken wings have had some time to rest. Let's get them tossed. Ooh, they are nice and smoky. You can smell that smoke from a mile away. So basically, just like every time I do wings, guys, I'll put them into a bowl. Then just slowly pour a little bit of our sauce over. Don't need to go crazy. And then just mix it all up. Here we go. We don't need it to be overpowering. We just want it to have a good flavor on there. I think these are good. But most importantly, proof's gonna be in the pudding. Let's see how they taste. Now, I have done a bunch of wing recipes on this channel. A couple weeks ago, I did one with soda. I did a Dr. Pepper one, which was really, really good. And I enjoyed that so much that I decided, you know what? What other sodas and what other kind of drinks can I do to make different types of wing recipes? So we're gonna go with a soda that I have not had in years, but it brings back a lot of memories of playing video games with my friends back in the day. And we're going with a Mountain Dew flavor. Now, Mountain Dew is basically lemon lime soda with a whole bunch of sugar. Sugar is great for barbecue sauces. Lemon lime is good, especially with some chili for wings, so the match might be perfect. I have not tried this before, guys, but we're gonna see how it is. So let's grab one of our wings here. Ooh, nice and hot. As you can see, that is a perfect looking wing right there. Oof, nice and smoky and juicy. Smells really good. You can smell some lemon and some lime. Let's see how it is. You can definitely taste the lemon and the lime. It's not overly sweet, which is what I was concerned about with the Mountain Dew. You can definitely taste some Mountain Dew on the back end. Taste that chili powder. The smoke is pretty strong on these, but it's like a nice citrusy wing. Honestly, it's not bad. I would actually do this again. If you're a huge fan of Mountain Dew, this is not overly powerful Mountain Dew flavor. The Dr. Pepper one definitely came through much further. The Mountain Dew, it's more of just a lemon lime flavor that's coming through on these, but it is really, really good, especially with that, that chili in the background there. This is a really good wing, guys. The Weber kettle cooked them perfectly, like always. They were nice and crispy when they came out, and a good amount of smoke on there. I threw some apple wood on there. Guys, if you're looking to experiment with different types of wings, give this one a try. It's really good, it's really unique, and I think you'd actually be pretty surprised. Now, what I would love to hear from you guys down below, what is your favorite unique style of wings, or do you just go straight with the buffalo and just go with the classic? Love to hear what you guys are cooking, but most importantly, I'd love for you guys to cook something absolutely fantastic, and I will see you at the next barbecue. Bye-bye.